this sort of philosophy exists in other areas already. Fiscal impact statements are very much the norm. Environmental impact statements are very much, utilized, and it's our belief that racial impact statements would have tremendous value. The importance of racial impact statements is that they look forward before we get into the problems that we have today, where 60% of people in prison are African American or Latino, and 1 in 3 black children born today can expect to be in prison at some point in their life if the current trends continue. So instead of having to correct for that later with very expensive and painful responses, then why don't we look now at the impacts that policies will have. Racial impact statements look at the impact of particular crime policies on racial minorities, ethnic minorities, and acknowledge the fact that some crime policies, while purporting to be race neutral, 3 strikes and you're out, zero tolerance, the crack cocaine legislation in the 1980s, they have a disparate impact on racial minorities that has long-standing consequences for the minority communities of color, that impact their job attainment when they get out, voter re-enfranchisement, disenfranchisement, housing, and their education, and that these have long-standing consequences on minorities that need to be taken into consideration before the policies are put in place. I'm with the Sentencing Project here in Washington, D.C., and I'm a research analyst. We are an advocacy organization that focuses on research-based advocacy for sentencing reform, and we advocate for more sensible crime policy.